So, welcome everyone to the 1v1 Chameleon tournament from Time to Treaty. This is a round of 8. We have Zivearia vs sabusa. My name is Queen of Destiny and my today co-caster is Kaiser Klein.
Hello, guys.
So, both agreed on the matchup Spain versus Germany.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Do you have any idea about this matchup?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Do you?
On Northern California, I would say it's Spain favored because you can wall up pretty nicely on the sides and just push in the middle.
But the nets are not on the sides on this map.
Yes, they are on the side.
What if you just get pushed on the side?
Yeah, you need to be careful then. I mean, you need to wall super fast, and but you can also super fast like push because this map is not so big, you know. So you can just push super fast.
I see.
So and we have here in the color blue Ziveria. He's playing Spain into Zabuza's Germany in the color red. And do you think the hunts are fair?
Uh,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, I think so. So I just lead my villagers, and my TC I still let it be. So yeah, we have a map with like 40 pieces in the middle. It's a map only made for treaty. It's a self-made map by CHAMELEON, and we have Notgas. What gets a really good boost is Spain with the I forgot the name.
Huh?
They get a good boost with the monks.
With the missionaries, you mean
Yeah,
unction.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So did you spotted some nice treasures?
Yeah, Sabusa actually had a quite lucky spawn with two treasures there, really good ones, but looks like Zivearia is actually going for them.
Yeah.
But I feel like this map has a ton of really good treasures. Actually, I didn't know about this, but usually on most treaty maps you don't have very good treasures, just a couple of them, or even on some maps like Snowy Great Plains you have really no good treasures. You have only stuff like this. Um, but now on the left side I see 60 food, 60 wood, 75 food on the right side, 150 gold and 80 wood. So that's, and there was also 70 XP, well, which is not so good in treaty, but so that's kind of really good treasures on this map for treaty, I think.
Yeah, you have a bit bigger treasures than usually, like this 150 coin, and there's also sometimes spawn 120 wood treasure. This time I think not, with two bears, you know. And
120 XP, you mean?
no wood. Or is it 90 wood? I'm not sure.
95 wood or 80 wood or
Yeah,
something?
95 wood then, with two
Because
bears.
120 wood for two bears is on vanilla Great Plains, for example. But on T80, the wood treasures are nerfed because they were too good. So
Yeah.
he's even gonna steal the small coin treasures there.
Yeah, I think he's waiting
Oh,
for. He didn't!
yeah. This is sad. But still, he's getting 150 coin and probably 80 wood. Oh yeah, and he's gonna get this coin as well. Um, I feel like 150 coin and 80 wood is just better treasures than what Zabuza is getting. Although he's getting 60 wood now, I'm not sure. And it has a lot of food also. I guess it's kind of fair, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, just look at how much gold Spain already has just with the treasures, because he got 150 coin and some small coin treasures, and the coin trickle.
Yeah, that's pretty
Uh,
good.
it's just a ton of gold already. I think we can delete our TCs now. They
Yeah.
not gonna ship anything interesting until a long time. Like next stuff they're gonna ship is refrigeration, I guess, and that's like around probably 8 minutes or whatever. So we can delete TC and give them some XP. It's not a big deal.
No, I don't think so.
Um, I have a question.
Hmm.
Is this guy good in treaty? Because he can build some field hospitals, and it's something you never do in sub because it's just really useless. But I could imagine the field hospital, which is kind of a building that heals units around, be pretty good in treaty for your cannons.
Well, I never thought about this. I never saw this in 3D, so I really can't say something about this. I hope we get an answer about this from someone in the chat. If everyone did on some point, but it would be really interesting to try, maybe.
Yeah, the thing is, I think it's I'm not sure exactly because, like I said, it's something you never see.
Oh, give
But
me a second, please. Can you keep going?
okay, yeah. The point is that it's a building I think which heals the units only when they're idle. Uh, why you didn't take the dog away?
Es ist Schluss.
Es ist Schluss jetzt. So yeah, I think the units need to be idle. In a lot of most of the time, even your cannons are not idle because they're shooting or they're moving a little bit. So I'm not sure they would actually get healed. I'm not really sure. It's probably bad, and it's also 400 wood. I think for one field hospital, 400 wood is just like the price of a meal. It's just a lot of wood, so probably not interesting. But maybe someone tried. I don't know, but probably not working. Yeah. Or then you would need to like shoot with the cannons and then
So,
bring them back if they're half HP your curves, and bring back your half HP curve to the field hospital, like you do when you micro your caravels and you bring it back to a dock. But I don't think you want to have idle cannons in treaties, so probably not interesting. Yeah.
yeah, I'm very sorry that I was AFK and that my dog was barking all the time in the background.
Did your neighbor knock on the door or something? Or
Yeah, yeah.
oh yeah, I see.
Yeah, so I hope you didn't talk something wrong about treaty.
Nah, I was just talking about how interesting field hospitals are.
Hmm. I never built them in my life.
I built them when I was playing offline a long time ago, and maybe a couple of times for fun in sub when I just got surgeon treasure.
I see.
I actually remember also trolling with Ricky in some team games and just sending as many spies as possible with auto and like fully upgrading them and then shipping the surgeons and just healing the spies always that they never die, always pulling them back before they die and healing them. So probably made some field hospitals at this point. Very interesting.
I see what you mean. Maybe it could work, I'm not sure.
I don't think so. But yeah,
So yeah, we see what happens.
oh no, you got a villager on top of there.
How?
I don't know. This should probably be a rehosted. I mean, it's really a huge deal to have a villagers there.
Yeah.
How?
How?
This game. We need to watch the past broadcast at some point to try to see how this. Well, I mean, the problem is that it's not only like really bad for Zabuza that he got one villager up there and he needs to delete it basically, but also that maybe it would mean that later he could make some towers if he wanted on top of there, or make an archery foundry and some mortars or whatever. I mean, this we just can't play with a villager on top. So I see two ways to do it. Um, The first way would be that they both delete the villager, so he would delete this and Zivearia would delete his, and the other way would be to rehost. I don't see it possible to play it like this.
Yeah, it's definitely so early on a huge deal to have this villager here on top, and how? I
Yeah, this
mean,
this game is just great. I had sometimes like a villager just walking at the border of the map and disappearing in the black parts. I had this, but I never had a villager going on top of a cliff. This is just. But I mean, why not? You know, sometimes they walk inside of a house, for example, or in the middle of a meal or whatever. So you could imagine that they just randomly walk on the top of the cliff. So
yeah,
it's just really retarded.
Yes.
just unpause. Thank you. Ah, yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Yeah, they both deleted one. Okay.
yeah,
Kind of sad for Zabuza because his wheel was working all the time and he lost some resources. But well, he could have decided to rehouse, but he decided to just go like that and both players delete one wheel. So it's his choice.
yeah. I just keep now an extra eye on Sabuza's TC a bit where his village is gone.
Nah, I think it's not gonna happen again. It's kind of bug that happens like once every month or something. It's the same like when there was a polar bear in the video of Azam. Can the polar bear just run on the border of the map? You know, it's just
Yeah,
can happen, I guess.
yeah, I think so. And there's really no. Sometimes on Andes I had this. There was a bug, and you could go on top of the cliff. But I don't see a bug what you can see with your own eyes. But maybe there is something. I don't know.
Nah, there is three. There's no way to go on top of this. You can see it on the minimap. Uh, it's just like a bug. That's all. And, or maybe it got something to do with the fact that we had town centers up there, but I really don't see why it would bug. No,
Hey,
it's
you
just
remember
bad.
we even tried sometimes to delete it them with units or something was not possible. But okay, so let's move on. Zabuza dropped his two TCs out of his base, while Zivearia dropped them inside the base. What do you like more?
Um, I think it depends on the map, and I would say that on this map it's probably better to stay in your base because I feel like the hunts and the gold mines are really perfectly split on both sides, like left and right. So if you make two TCs on one side, then you kind of gonna have trouble to reach the other side maybe, but then you can also herd like he's doing right now, so it might be fine. I don't know. It depends on how you can herd your hunts to the TC, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's say you would have like two hunts on the map really far from your main base. Like for example, if there was two hunts here for blue, I would say yeah, it's too far. He can't herd it. He needs to drop two TCs there to have less walking time. But right now, I think it doesn't matter so much because most hunts are pretty close. There's just three. This hunt, yeah, this is far, but every other hunt is close. So I think it's all right.
But he really did a really good job to hurt his hands, Siberia.
Yeah. So I think it doesn't matter so much. But what do you think?
I think the placement from Siberia, I like it much more. But yeah, this one hand is a bit more far, but he's also Germany, you know, he can go on mills because you're definitely able to upgrade your mills in H4 around, like not upgrade them, but have the upgrade in the shipment in H2, you know?
Yeah, you can go on mills, but I mean, it's still more interesting to be on hunts. I think. Like
Yeah,
if you can, if you don't have too much walking time, and I think hunts still like better with tip traps. It's pretty good. By the way, Sabusa didn't get steel traps so far. It's already 11 minutes. He's going to H4 soon, so you should usually I think it depends on the treasures, but he had decent treasures, I think, so he should be able to get his steel traps at least directly after the last TC, or even between the two TCs. But he should anyway have steel traps now. I think that's a big mistake. He forgot about it probably.
Yeah, maybe he did forget about it. This is really not so fortunate.
He also doesn't have the second god upgrade. Actually,
Well, the second
usually
god
he would.
upgrade you do pretty late with Germany, but steel traps
Oh,
you should get
oh,
early.
I mean, oh no, wait, what? Did I get confused? Or I don't know. Oh, I was looking at the resources of the wrong guy. I was seeing that Zivearia is Sabusa is going H4, but it was Zivearia. Um, yeah, okay, then it's all right for the golden break. He doesn't need it right now because he's anyway chopping on the wood and going on food, and he doesn't need it. He will make it soon probably. At some point, you just start to have enough villagers that you start to float a bit of food, and you can still make settler wagons and houses and villages, and still make your second gold upgrade before you switch to gold to go H4.
Yeah.
But he definitely needed steel traps. A bit
Yeah,
weird.
he should definitely. I think he will do it when he have his coin upgrade maybe and coin with his first villagers and then maybe get it, but it's a bit late.
Coin upgrade is on the way actually, yeah. But yeah, it's definitely too late. I mean, look how many villages he got. He got on, like how fast it's going up. I don't know how much food was wasted there, but it's a lot. Like he probably already lost. I don't know, maybe like 2K food because he didn't have steel traps or something. To be honest, or 1K food. It's really or maybe not so much. Probably like 500 food or 1K food. I don't know, but he lost definitely a lot of food there.
But I do not understand. Zabuza could definitely ship the H2 mill upgrade if he wants to, but he can also wait. But
Yeah, it really doesn't hurt to ship this card because you anyway have enough shipments. Well, you kind of, if you ship this card, this mill card, you kind of delay your settler wagon card in H4 if you don't have the church upgrade already, the church XP. Like if you get your church XP a bit late, then you will not be able to ship your settler wagon upgrade so fast because you ship the mill card. But I think it's still worth it because he's probably gonna have to go on mills already before.
yeah, these
Even got
settler
already what's
wagons they want to go. They will go on mills, and then it's
yeah.
definitely worth to ship this card.
Yeah. He should have gone for it if he goes on mills right now. It's definitely interesting. Um, I'm not sure why he actually goes on mills. Why he could just have heard this, and then his villagers from wood here would be able to go on the hunt instead of walking so much right now. Uh, and just send his settler wagons on coin. Like he got the full 2K coin here, so he could have sent his settler wagons on coin, and I think he would age up faster to H4 because look, Zivearia is already going H5 like in probably 15 seconds or something, and Sabusa is not even clicked to H4.
Yeah, it's just because the resources of Ziveria are so much closer to his TC. He did a really good job at herding, while Zabuza just didn't herd.
Yeah, because Spain is much faster than Germany, but I don't think Spain should be able to click H5 before Germany click H4. I think that's not normal. Uh, it's kind of huge. Like, yeah. Also, Zabuza edged up to H4 with 2K gold already. Kind of a weird boom so far. I don't know what's the age up time. Wait, seven. He should be clicking to H5 kind of now, Zabuza. No. I think you age up around 17 minutes or 17:30 with Germany, not or something like that, right?
I don't know. He have also too much. He have still 7 villagers on wood, and he have also he had too much houses. Like one more house would have been enough, but instead you have 120 pop instead of 110. What would be enough to go for H5? And also, I think he wants to make the upgrades on his mills super early because the first upgrade he have already.
Yeah, I don't know why you would pay for the upgrade of your meals uh, when you could just ship the card since you anyway can't ship anything else. I mean, look now, because I was saying, you need kind of your three shipments in H4 for factory and factories and the settler wagon card. But now he's aging so late to H4 that he's anyway gonna have four cards. So what is he gonna ship? He's gonna ship two factories, settler wagon card, and then the meal card.
Yeah,
Anyway, so he could have shipped it before all this time and would be gathering on meals with upgrading meals all this time.
yeah, of course. And then he would not need to get the second mill upgrade. I mean, then he have a card in, you know.
Yeah. Oh, he could still get the upgrade, but at least he would have two upgrades. I mean, it's anyway just a waste of resources to delay this card when he anyway got like right now. And he's shipping something right now. I don't understand. He should have four shipments, but he got only three. So is he shipping his milk card right now and delaying his factories? This is not possible. I mean, no. Hmm. I'm not quite sure what he's doing with his shipments.
We will see when they arrive.
If he delays his factories by 40 seconds, it's really huge because it's like just a lot of resources wasted. It's 40 seconds less of gathering for your factories. It's like probably 200 resources for each factories, and then around the same for your settler wagon. So he probably wasted 600 resources if he just shipped a meal card. Plus the fact that he was on unupgraded meals all the time. It's just my opinion. This was kind of a sloppy boom.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit H5 at like 18 minutes 45 or something. Okay, he shipped factories first, so maybe he canceled his shipment, so it's all right.
Do you think Sabusa is able to take the trading post?
Um, I think so. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's really close.
Yeah.
Really close if you can or if you can't. Is it normal that you can take a TP on this map?
Yeah, it can happen. You can spawn like this. And Zabuza also, the GP also spawned on the right side for Zabuza, so he should be able to take it in 1v1. In 2v2 you can't, and in 3v3 also not.
But okay, but then why he didn't try to take it earlier? I feel like it's interesting to get your TP up a bit
Well,
early, like after three TCs or something.
people don't play so much Northern California, you know, they all play Andes, so they're not used to different maps.
Yeah, but it's not the only map where you can take a TP in H1. I mean, in any age, like it's like yeah, there we go. It's like Snowy Great Plains, for example.
But
But
good
yeah,
that he can take it, I
he
was
can
a bit worried.
he can take it. That's the most important thing. That is fair. But yeah. So he aged really a bit late.
Yeah, he
He
did.
also got 6 meals. Is it because the nutcast cost like 85 food each? Well, a bit less because of cheaper nuts, and also nutcasts have an upgrade in their trading post that they're cheaper. But
I'm really not sure really why he have 6 meals. He's so useless. No, notcars are really not so expensive, and
they
yeah,
cost a lot of food.
yeah, but it's not that you make so much of them or something. You know, it's a bit different than to Andy's nuts. You know.
Well, I mean, it's like they kind of die first because they're melee units, so they go to die basically. That's what they do, right? They just tank and die. They don't do much damage. And the thing is, yeah, I mean, of course, they cost a lot of food, but of course, and these nuts also cost a lot of food. On Endis, you don't make a ton of meals or something. You don't make 6 meals on Endis, right?
Yeah.
So it's really a bit weird. I'm really a bit confused right now.
It is a bit confusing for you. I'm
Mhm.
also not sure why he makes so many meals, and the
He's
building
getting
placement from Zabuza is a bit chaotic, let's say. I mean, he dropped his houses and everything really in a good spot, but he don't put the factories, for example, really close to the corner of the map, you know, and like Zivearia's placement of buildings, of course, he use building rotator, but it's much better.
Yeah. I would like also to say that I feel like Zabuza got his upgrades late from the capital. He got his meal upgrade from the capital after 20 minutes. It's really late. It don't take that long to research. It takes 30 seconds to research, so he should have them done at 9. He got them like 30 seconds late past upgrade, so he probably forgot to make his capital or something. I don't know, but yeah, yeah. I also agree that the boom and the base of Zivearia is much better.
Mm, yeah.
Um, I also really dislike this plantation there because uh, this bug at the border of the map when you try to make them gather on the mirror plantation. The mirror plantation can actually be out of the map, like you can see in the black part, but the wheels they can't go there, so they just kind of bug and they don't gather so well, like they should on another plantation. So this is a mistake, I think.
Well, I think also displacement is just much better. Okay, so I think the boom is almost done, so we can make a small break. What do you think about this?
Yeah, yeah. Let's take a break.
Okay, good. So yeah, stay tuned, guys, and we're back in
Yes.
around 15 minutes. So, guys, we are back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed watching the train and Sabusa's words. They're pretty ugly, not done, and wow. While Zivearia, he did so nice wording. Do you like it?
Yeah. Well, I don't think Zabuza's walls are bad. I think they're fine. It's just that they're not finished.
And did you
Well,
see?
there's one part here which makes no sense in the wall, but everything else is fine.
And did you see the map control? What is Zivearia already trying to defend?
Yeah, I know. He just got line of sight at half map everywhere with some melee units, and he got like 3 villagers there, ready to take the second native post. And
Yeah, this I like
yeah,
really a lot. You want to take them, especially with Spain, as soon as possible.
I remember in this 1v1 we played, I didn't do this. I didn't put some villagers next to the native post to use my explorer, but it's pretty bad, I guess. In 1v1, you need to take the tunas directly. Then you can also do more upgrades, right? Because in the native post you always have like the unit upgrades and then some special upgrades, and you want to do the unit upgrades because you need to upgrade your nats, but you also want to do the other ones. For example, here your nutkas get cheaper, so it's something you need. You get one more nutka, like the nutka special guy, whatever,
It's
and
a
you get more
Notka
HP in your
champion.
villagers. What?
It's a Notka champion.
Chief, yeah.
Yeah,
uh,
chief or champion, I'm not sure, but he's a super hardcore tank. He have like over 600 HP or something.
yeah, and he got 40% range resist, which is not something normal for a melee unit, and it's pretty good. Um, but yeah, my point is that you if you actually take two trading posts directly, you can in one trading post upgrade the units, and in the other upgrade make the special upgrades. And I think it's good.
Can you say yes? I can't because I have the console open to change the zoom.
Well, press escape.
Yeah, but it doesn't work when it's paused. Okay, some heavy cannons too only from Sabusa. Do you think
Oh,
Sabusa will be ready in time?
I think for two heavy cannons he shouldn't have made the factory upgrade, but anyway, well, he will be kind of ready. I'm just afraid because he doesn't have any anti-cap. He got only 5 more wagons, and the guy is Spain. But Spain also doesn't have any cap, so that's kind of surprising.
Yeah, I was going to say that Ziveria didn't make so much curve at the start, and we can see both players are the first thing what they want to try to do is to take map control.
Yeah, they both dropping buildings on the sides and trying to micro bit their coverings. But here's a bit of AFK cannons and villagers, and here's AFK units for Zivearia. He tried to run and probably deny the native post, but it didn't really work because there were some doppels from Sabusa, and doppels actually completely destroy these incas. So um, Sabusa getting kind of pushed in the main fight, but his heavy cannons are gonna do a lot of damage.
Yeah, but the four Wolverines are moving forward from Ziveria, and he might be able to shoot them down.
Yeah,
But there's a lot going on also here.
yeah, the doppels they are doing a great job, and nice layers of walls for Zivearia there, and on the right also now. I also like that Zivearia is taking map controls in the middle of the map, and Sabusa is not really doing anything there. He just has his normal buildings and not really trying to push there. I think it's important to fight for the middle on this map because 4 TPs, well, you probably never really get this TP. It's impossible because you would need to destroy the main TC, but you can still take 3 TPs with the train, and I think it's a nice boost. So it's probably interesting to fight for the middle, especially when your Spain and your eco is not so great. Maybe this train can help you.
Yeah, I think it's really good to take all the three TPs in the middle when you're able to do it. But the Wusa is really multitasking Zivearia at the moment, a little bit on both sides.
Yes, if they are having kind of trouble to hold everywhere, I think. I mean, he's doing a good job at pushing in the middle, but he might have troubles there. His wall is not finished, and the doppers are gonna siege down anyway the wall really fast, and then he might lose one nat. But at the same time, I mean, it looks also scary in the middle for Zabuza there. He's getting pushed really hard.
Yes, it's really like you're playing of time. I mean, who's the first one who can reach something on the side or in the middle, you know?
Yeah, but I think Zabuza will be able to probably reach the native post before Zivearia can reach the eco of Zabuza. It's also like because Zivearia is getting pushed on both sides, he needs to defend both sides, and like Zabuza is probably just gonna let this die here. This units. I mean, he could if he wanted, but maybe he's not gonna do it, and just push a bit harder on the other side, you know, because Zivearia doesn't really have buildings here to defend on the right side.
Yeah, on both sides he really don't have so many buildings. But
Yeah.
he's dropping some now to be able to defend because it's something what Spain weak with is when you run versus them because yeah, of the unctions, of the missionaries.
Yeah, this is true. When they split the armies, they don't get any more the unction bonus. Um, yeah, Zabus actually made a ton of buildings there on the right side, next to his native post. There's really a lot of buildings.
Yeah,
Like from here to here is just buildings kind of everywhere. Pretty good.
yes, it's really really good. And if Siberia lose one native post, it could be really good for Zabuza.
Yeah, but Ziveria finally dropping buildings on both sides. Maybe a bit late, especially on the left side. He's getting mortared already. Buildings have problems to go up, and I don't know if he's gonna be able to hold this pressure there.
No, I don't think so. Zabuza is just going slowly forward and taking no risk. Because also here he can just camp behind walls and what will Spain do with his most melee composition and a few skirms.
Yeah, and I don't like that Ziveria didn't use the fact that at least he got control of the middle, so he could at least take these TPs with the train, which is a nice boost, but he didn't.
Oh, but they're coming 5 mortars from Siberia. They could do some. And also this war here on the side is really really good.
Yeah, I like this wall very much to cover his mortars.
Oh wow! But here Zabuza is building a wall. Well, there's really going a lot on this map on each side.
Oh god, I'm gonna hate this map when I need to if I need to play it in 20. I'm never gonna be able to think about all this walling and whatever on the side. But yeah, it's interesting to watch. There's a lot going on. But these ancient mortars are actually one shooting a layer of walls. Look at this. I mean, they one shooting the walls. There's already 3 layers down, and now it's gonna be the last one. In no time, it's gonna go down, and then Blue can run in. Zabuza needs to defend now. He needs to stop pushing on the side. It's not worth it because if he loses his ecos, then it's kind of over.
He deleted more villagers now. He's now on
Yeah,
20 normal villagers and on 20 settler wagons.
he probably needed to be honest, because how else is he gonna, remass in base? And look, Zivei also deleted villages.
Oh
He's at
yeah.
75, or he lost some, but he didn't make them again. I don't know. But now Zivei is running in the eco. I mean, it's
But
not. It's like Zabuza can still hold it, but he needs to be very careful there. If he starts to lose settler wagon, it's gonna be painful. Also, Zivei is floating 5 shipments.
yeah.
I think he still got a lot to ship. For example, he didn't ship Cav Combat and he shipped directly Cav Attack, which I don't understand.
Yeah, he's missing also the hand infantry upgrades. He stopped shipping cards.
Yeah, he needs to ship the hand infantry because it works on Nutcast, and that's really good. He needs to ship this. He needs to ship all his unit upgrades. Got a lot of cards that he can still ship, and that's a big problem, I think. But yeah, he did some damage there. He killed 5 settler wagons. Of course, he can. Zabuza can make them fast back. The worst thing for Zabuza would be to lose his. Oh wait, he lost his main town center. This means that. Oh, am I blind or something?
Yeah, he did lost it.
So it means that now Zivearia can build buildings anywhere, even inside of the base of Sabusa, which is, I think, something important. He can take this TP now if he wants, and he can just make buildings anywhere he likes. Um, but the worst would be factories, but they're still up.
The problem is also that Zabuza have 7 settler wagons now.
7. Oh, yeah. But he can make them back at least because he got, like, well, he got 6 meals, so he can make them back really fast. But it sucks for
Maybe
him.
he planned on it. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, and he's low on coin. Zabuza is very low on coin.
Yeah.
He should switch his factories to coin now. And oh no, he got only 2k wood also. Oh wow. He just needs to stop gathering food completely, and he's not gathering any food, so that's good at least. The fighting goes on the sides, and Sivaya having a bit of trouble to hold there. It's getting really close to native post. Zabuza could just make one mortar or even send like 2 or 3 pitas and probably finish this native post.
Yeah. For
Oh,
sure
and
he
this was
can.
down as well. He just built it back now, just in time to spam some nutkas and kill this Ulan.
Let's get down again.
Yeah,
And also the other one. So Zivearia have no nuts basically now. Yeah.
yeah, he got no nuts right now, and but he got a lot of stuff there. But as long as it stays there, it's fine for Zabuza. He's really fine with it. Look, he was able to re-wall. He made like 4 layers again or something here. Um, so he's alright, He got 19 settler wagons now, so you
Yeah.
know, making back this. He lost some resources because they were not gathering, and he needed to make them again, which also cost resources. But at the end of the day, I mean, he didn't suffer so much from this push. But he needs to make back some villagers also because he's not going to be able to stay on 17 villagers. He needs to make some villagers and send them on plantations.
Yeah, he's making some. He just sent them now randomly. They go on minutes because, yeah, at this point of the game, you really don't care. And now Sabusa take a third nut post.
Oh wow, that's really good for him because he got so much food anyway that he needs to spend. He can definitely afford to spam a ton of nutcas. Like what he doesn't want right now is to spend too much coin, but making nutcas is definitely good for him.
Yeah,
And they're so cheap with this upgrade. Or maybe it's not much, I don't know.
85 food and 15 wood.
Now it's less because they got the upgrade that makes them cheaper in the native post. But it's only 10% cheaper. I feel like it was more on RE, but maybe it got patched. But they train instant, and that's a really big deal because it's 50% faster training on your nutcas. It's insane. Again, going down there.
Yeah.
But now Zivearia is trying to push again. He still didn't. Oh well, he shipped a lot of cards now, but he still didn't ship everything. I think like there's no KHP in, for example.
Yeah, he also don't have any kind of. Well, he have 2 mortars, but this is not much.
Yeah, yeah, still no KHP. Still no Explorer card, I think. And he got 6 shipments, so he should definitely ship this. And then start spamming his infinite shipment. This is looking pretty good for Zabusa, I think. I mean, it's a close game, but looking at the resources, it feels like Zivearia is just gonna run out of stuff,
Yeah.
And that he got no natives.
But
Uh,
he's really
it's
good
like
pushing also with these two mortars. He's all the time keeping Zabuza busy. But also in the Severia's side, so it really looks like both are going for push.
yeah, because the thing is that now that Zivearia doesn't have his nuts anymore, it's basically like Zabuza can hold his base kind of with just his normal units, and meanwhile just make all the newtcasts. So that's like I don't know how many you can make from. I think it's 15 newtcasts, so he can make 45 newtcasts because he got three trading posts. It's 45 units extra. I don't know how Tivea is gonna deal with this. Yeah, he calls it GG
Oh wow.
a bit early, maybe.
Yeah,
But I guess this cav here. Did you see the how he got caught by the cav next to Zabuza space? He lost all his mortars, his skirms, and maybe some
yeah.
missionaries there. Maybe that's why he just decided to resign because
I don't think he will have a comeback. Also, the score gap. Sabusa had so much more resources and he forgot to ship the shipments. And I can definitely understand. There was like, look, almost 6 minutes where he didn't ship any kind of upgrades, and Zabuza was shipping all the time shipments.
yeah.
And it's just
But I
frustrating.
still think that it was a little bit early to resign.
Yeah, it is.
It wasn't. It's a tournament and it wasn't exactly over, so maybe he was just a bit tilted by the multitasking everywhere, and he
Yeah,
just resigned.
yeah, and we
That was
can.
a quick game.
Oh, yeah, Zivearia. I'm not sure if he just loses villagers or killed them because they was dropping slowly.
Um, no, at some point he definitely deleted some. At 45 minutes, he deleted like 11 villagers,
Yeah.
but mostly I think he lost them, and then he just decided to delete 10 or something.
Well,
And
anyway,
unfortunately for Zabuza,
yeah,
to be honest, this was really bad and sad for him, for Zabuza, that he decided to delete Vils when Zivearia was pushing, because in fact he lost Vils after, and this is not something you want.
yeah.
He should have kept his Vils and then let them die to the units. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then he would have been at a better spot. But he deleted plus he lost. I mean, Zabuza